Sheep rearing is the raising and breeding of domestic sheep. It is a branch of animal husbandry. Sheep are raised principally for their meat, milk, and fiber. They also yield sheepskin and parchment. Sheep can be raised in range of temperate climates, including arid zones. Farmers build fences, housing, shearing sheds, and other facilities on their property, such as for water, feed, transport, and pest control. Most farms are managed through sheep can graze pastures, sometimes under the control of a shepherd or sheepdog. The major source of income for a farm comes from the sale of lambs and the shearing of sheep for their wool. Farmers can select from various breeds suitable for their region and market conditions. A sheep station is a large property in Australia or New Zealand whose main activity is the raising of sheep for their wool and meat. In Australia, sheep stations are usually in the southeast or southwest of the country. Sheep stations and sheep husbandry began in Australia when the British started raising sheep in 1788 at Sydney Cove. In Australia, the owner of a sheep station can be called a pastoralist, grazier, or formerly a squatter. A station usually includes a homestead, adjacent sheds, windmills, dams, silos, and in many cases a landing strip available for use by a Royal Flying Doctor Service and other light aircraft. Some of these items have regional variants, usually to deal with climate extremes. Walter Park is a notable old sheep station that was founded in 1860 on the south shore of Lake Wakatipu, South Island, New Zealand. It is 13 km across Lake Wakatipu from Queenstown. Management practices vary according to the location of the station and the season being experienced. For instance, drought necessitates decisions concerning the sale of stock or provision of supplementary feeding. Routine procedures include supervising, crutching, mating, shearing, treating for ticks, lice and maggots, lambing and lamb marking. Lambs are weaned at about 5 months of age. Drenching for internal parasites is an important routine on a sheep station. Other activities include ramping and classing the sheep in order to determine the inferior types that are to be pulled. In many societies, shepherds were an important part of the economy. Unlike farmers, shepherds were often wage earners, being paid to watch the sheep of others. Shepherds also lived apart from society, being largely nomadic. It was mainly a job of solitary males without children, and new shepherds thus needed to be recruited externally. Shepherds would normally work in groups, either looking after one large flock or each bringing their own and merging their responsibilities. They would live in small cabins, often shared with their sheep, and would buy food from local communities. Less often, shepherds live in covered wagons and traveled with their flocks. Shepherds were employed to keep the sheep from straying too far, to keep the mobs as healthy as possible, and to prevent attacks from dingoes and wedge-tailed eagles. Lambing time further increased shepherds' responsibilities. Shepherding was an isolated, lonely job that was firstly given to assigned convict servants. The accommodation was usually poor and the food was lacking in nutrition, leading to dysentery and scurvy. Typically, sheep were watched by shepherds during the day and by hut keeper during the night. Shepherds took the sheep out to graze before sunrise and returned them to brush timber yards at sunset. The hut keeper usually slept in a movable shepherd's watch box placed near the yard in order to deter attacks on the sheep. Dogs were also often chained close by to warn of any impending danger to the sheep or shepherd by dingoes or natives. In modern times, shepherding has changed dramatically. The abolition of common lands in Europe in the 18th and 19th century moved shepherding from independent nomads to employees of massive estates. Some families in Africa and Asia have their wealth in sheep, so a young son is sent out to guard them while the rest of the family tend to other chores. Shearing, the removal of fleece from the body of the sheep, begins at the end of winter and the beginning of the hot summer season. The sheep are rounded up and taken to a pen for shearing. This process of collecting sheep is called mustering. The shearers move from station to station and use electric shearing machines to clip the fleece of each sheep within a few minutes. There are two types of shearers: machine shearers, blade shearers. Machine shearers, known as hand pieces, operate in a similar manner to human hair clippers in that a power-driven tooth blade, known as a cutter, is driven back and forth over the surface of a comb and the wool is cut from the animal. Blade shearers consist of two blades arranged similarly to scissors, except that the hind is at the end farthest from the point. The cutting edges pass each other as the shearer squeezes them together and shear the wool close to the animal's skin. Fleece skirting. Once the entire fleece has been removed from the sheep, the fleece is thrown clean side down on a wool table by a shed hand. The wool tabletop consists of slats spaced approximately 12 cm apart. This enables short pieces of wool, the logs and other debris to gather beneath the table separately from the fleece. The fleece is then skirted by one or more wool rollers to remove the sweat stripes and other less desirable parts of the fleece. Following the skirting of the fleece, it is folded, rolled, and examined for its quality in a process known as wool classing, which is performed by a registered and qualified wool classer. Based on its type, the fleece is placed into the relevant wool bin ready to be pressed when there is sufficient wool to make a wool bale. Modern shearing. Today, large flocks of sheep are mustered, inspected, and possibly treated for parasites such as lice before shearing can start by a professional shearing teams working 8 hours days. Most often in spring by machine shearing. These contract teams consist of shearers, shed hands, and cooks. Their working hours and wages are regulated by industry awards. Shearers who tally more than 200 sheep per day are known as gun shearers. Typical mass shearing of sheep today follows a well-defined workflow. Remove the wool, throw the fleece onto the wool table, skirt, roll and clasp the fleece, place it in the appropriate wool bin, press and store the wool until it is transported. Australia is the largest wool producing country in the world and produces about 32% of the total world's wool. Production is partly because the climatic and vegetation conditions are well suited to sheep. The dry climate of much of Australia is ideal for wool production, though temperatures are too warm in the northern part of the country. The poor grassland vegetation is also suited to sheep, though the farms must be very large to provide adequate pasturage for the large numbers of animals kept. Merino is the major breed kept in Australia as a whole. Increasing numbers of such breeds as Leicester, Lincoln, and Romney Marsh are kept for meat with wool as a byproduct. Transhumance is the seasonal movement of the people with their livestock between fixed summer and winter pastures. In mountain regions, it implies movement between higher pastures in summer and lower valleys in winter. Herders have a permanent home, typically in valleys. Generally, only the herds travel with a certain number of people necessary to tend them, while the main population stays at the base. In contrast, horizontal transhumance is more susceptible to being disrupted by climatic, economic, and political change. The term transhumance is also occasionally used in correlation with nomadic pastoralism, the regular migration of people and livestock over longer distances.